In this video, we're going to learn to access and organize our online cloud-based storage through the application called Google Drive. And using our Google Drive is going to help us save time and be more efficient in our lesson planning and organizing our files and documents, just like we would on the hard drive of our computer or the file cabinet in our classroom. To access, you're going to open a new tab in Google Chrome. In the upper right-hand corner, there is a Google Apps icon. Looks like 9 different squares here. I'm going to click that. It's going to give me all of these different apps that I can use, all of these Google apps. I'm going to click Drive. It's going to take me right into my Google Drive, which looks very similar to searching or exploring your hard drive on your computer. On the left-hand side, you'll see a menu with a new button that gives us an option for a variety of new items to put in our drive. And then you can see that our drive is organized into folders and then separate files. I'm going to zoom in so we can see this just a little bit better. Along the top, there's a couple different ways to get back to the main menu of your drive. You can click Drive, you can click My Drive, and as we click into the different folders in Google Drive, you'll see that this continues to add, leaving our breadcrumbs to be able to go back to a specific folder or menu where we are. So now let's take a quick view at how our Google Drive is organized. Again, you can see the New button in the upper left-hand corner. If I click that button, it's going to give me quite a few options to create. We'll come to that in just a moment. In the menu on the left-hand side, you have My Drive. If I click the down arrow here, it's going to give me a list of all the folders that are located throughout my drive. You don't get to see the individual files, but you can quickly access any of the folders here. Also on the right-hand side in the menu, or in the drive itself. Then you have a Shared with Me. We'll come back to this in just a moment. This will show you a quick view of all the files that have been shared with you. We're going to ignore Google Photos for now. We're not going to be using this. And of course, we can see our most recent, anything that we have favorited or starred, and then of course our trash that for our files that we no longer need. On the right-hand side, you can see that I have a variety of folders and file types all stored in my Google Drive. We're going to take a look at one inside here. Inside each folder, I can just put the different file types. The file types are indicated by the different icons. These are all different types of Google applications. I even have folders inside of folders to be able to organize that way. And I just want to reemphasize the breadcrumbs at the top. You can see that I'm in the Google Classroom folder now because it's bold. I can go backwards, tracing my steps all the way back to my main Google Drive. Now let's look at how to organize and create new folders and files inside of Drive itself. Creating new folders is quite simple. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click New, this big red New button, and you'll see a menu that comes up. I can create a new folder. I can create new docs, sheets, slides, any of the Google applications, and more, as you can see. The first thing I'm going to want to do is just to show you how to create a folder. And let's just call that folder Curriculum. It's going to instantly put my folder in the right-hand side just as if it were a part of my filing cabinet. I can double-click that folder to open it, and we can see that we can drop files here. Now, Google Drive will hold any file type, video that I drag and drop into here, whether it recognizes it or not. Or I can create a new file as I start to create my instruction or my content that I'm going to use. And to create a new file, wherever I create this file, I'm going to click New. And I'm just for the sake of this video, I'm going to use Google Docs. I'm going to create a Google Doc. Now, what you do need to know is that whatever folder that I am in and I click New, that's where it's going to create and build that file. So when I click Google Docs, you can see that it opens a new tab here at the top, and it gives me an untitled document. Of course, the first thing I'm going to want to do is to give that document a title, and then I can start creating whatever document that I would like in this application. The key here, if I click the tab back to my Google Drive, you can see that no longer is the folder empty. I'm still in my curriculum folder, and here is my document that I just created. So it automatically puts that document in the folder where I was when I clicked New. So last but not least, let's show you how to drag and drop. So if I am in my Windows Explorer or an Explorer window, any of these tiled files, I have a video here, I have a Photoshop file, I have image files. I can take any of these photos and I can simply click them. If I wanted to click multiple photos, or multiple files rather, I'm going to hold down the Control key and just kind of pick the files that I want, just to demonstrate here. And so I'm going to just drag these files over, and you can see that the window changes. It's going to drag and drop those instantly. And then when I drop them, you can see on the right hand side that it gives me a status of all the files that I've dragged in there. And of course you can see them in the folder themselves, and you get a little check mark when they're done. I'm going to close this window out. You can see that this actually shows me a preview. This is a JPG, so that's an image file. I have a video file sitting here, and I can play it right from my Google Drive, which is kind of nice. And I also have a .psd file, which is a Photoshop file. It gives me a little preview. Now I can't open this file in Google Drive, but I can store all of my files and pull them off and put them back on the drive as I need them. And now you have the basic skills to organize and create files and folders within your drive. Coming up next, we're going to show you how to share those files and folders with your students in order to create more engaging curriculum in our next video of the course.